God hath chosen thee.
God chose you, Mr. Neverson. God chose you to stand up right here. You never stop here for just your God program you from since last night to come and stand up right here. God in charge of every mankind on this earth, good and evil. Read on.
To be a special people unto himself.
God said Mr. Neverson and his people is a special above all people upon the face of the earth. You are above the Chinese man, the East Indians, the Syrians, the white man, and all the African nations. We are not Africans. We are the Jews. We are the Israelites. We will never be like these other nations. We are the chosen people of God till this day. Read on.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Does that sound like equality to you? If God put you above everybody, right, does that sound like equality to you? That is not equality. Right. Every creed and race shall find an equal place is not in this Bible.
Right.
That will never exist in this Bible. There's only one race of people above all races. And the only reason why we are bottom, because we're breaking God's Sabbath day. We're not growing our beard like men. We're looking like out here walking around like boys. We study to be like the other nations. God said do not follow the other nations. You see that same law about the beard? That is our right. That is righteousness. Growing our beard is righteousness. Keeping God's Sabbath day is righteousness. Loving your brother as you love yourself is righteousness. Being around your own people who just study righteousness is righteousness. You being around us is righteousness. Because we will encourage you to keep God's laws. And then you go be righteous. And then you go enter the kingdom. Just think about yourself and your people. That is what our people need to be selfish. That is what our people need to do. Selfish to be loving their own people. That is not racism. That is love for your own people. Just like how the East Indians love their own people, the Chinese, all the other nations love their own people. We have to learn to be selfish towards our own people.
Right.
That is what we have to learn how to do. All we people have to stop studying the other nations. They don't care about we. Our people foreign Islam. Think about it, right? The other nation prospering, but we don't prosper.
Bring it out.
Allah blessing them. Why Allah not blessing our people? You know why? Because Allah don't care about we.
Right.
And God will never answer our prayers because He's not Allah.
That's right.
He is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That is the God we are serving. Not Allah. Allah can't save black people. Allah put us in slavery.
Right.
Because God said, hey, you wasn't seen order, just worship Allah. I'll let Allah put all in slavery. I'll take His people and put order in slavery. Since all don't want to listen to the Bible. Read on.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
God said you are holy. What does it mean holy? Mr. Neverson.
Righteousness and righteousness.
Holy means separated.
Right.
You can have 10 pair of boots. And guess what? You will have a favorite out of them 10 pair of boots.
Right.
God created 80 nations in the Bible. And guess what? You choose one. This is not Christianity. This is the truth. We are the Jews who fled from Jerusalem and went down in Africa, and then the white man kidnapped us and put us in slavery. We are them people. We come from the ancestors. Oh, them is our ancestors. Read on.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
God chose you, Mr. Neverson. God chose you to stand up right here. You never stop here for just your God program you from since last night to come and stand up right here. God in charge of every mankind on this earth, good and evil. Read on.
To be a special people unto himself.
God said Mr. Neverson and his people is a special above all people upon the face of the earth. You are above the Chinese man, the East Indians, the Syrians, the white man, and all the African nations. We are not Africans. We are the Jews. We are the Israelites. We will never be like these other nations. We are the chosen people of God till this day. Read on.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Does that sound like equality to you, Mr. Neverson?
Yeah.
If God put you above
everybody,
right, does that sound like equality to you? That is not equality. Every creed and race shall find an equal place is not in this Bible. That will never exist in this Bible. There's only one race of people above all races. And the only reason why we are bottom, because we're breaking God's Sabbath day. We're not growing our beard like men. We're looking like out here walking around like boys. We study to be like the other nations. God said, do not follow the other nations. Them is nothing. Them is dust. Them is like a speckle for fall from a bucket of water. All the nations like that. So why would you follow something can't even weigh down a balance? What, you will follow something like that? No. So what we have to do? And we have to fix it? We have to fix that. We are the Israelites. We have to stop following the other nations. We have to keep God's Sabbath day. We don't.
That's right. Yes, sir. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you because you were more in number than any people.
And God didn't choose us because we are the most in number above all nations. Because guess what? We multiply. We the son of the sea. The Chinese can beat us back, and the East Indians can beat. And don't say for the white man. There is 2% of the earth right now. That is why they created viruses and prophecies are fulfilled. Yeah. There is 2% of the earth when it comes to the race. There is nothing.
That's right.
We done.
Because you were more in number than any people. For you were the fewest of all people.
We done.
But because the Lord loved you.
God loved you, Mr. Neverson. He didn't love nobody else. He chose you and your people. We done.
But because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn unto your fathers, had the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand.
And it was an oath? Yeah, you know that oath? Yeah. You know that? It's like a contract. God make a contract with your forefathers. And guess what? That contract's still living right now.
Right.
We still have to keep the commandments.
That's right.
The contract is to keep God's commandments, and we will rule the planet Earth forever, ever, ever.
That's right. Teach.
We done, that's it?
Redeemed you out of the house of bondmen from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Know therefore that the Lord thy God, he is God, the faithful God, which keepeth covenant. Know therefore that the Lord thy God, he is God, the faithful God, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him and keep his commandments to 1,000 generations.
Right, brethren. So you understand where coming out here, right? Talking about God and having relationship by keeping his covenant, his commandments, right? So us, because that was not given to everyone, that only given to a race of people, according to Psalms 147. Remember that? Right? It wasn't given to everyone. It was only given to the children of Israel. But today, everybody wants to be a part of what the children of Israel supposed to get. But they don't want to go through the process because we are people, we don't have nothing, we go through hardship. But the Lord said, but give me this first, hear this.
Psalm 47 and verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel.
So anything that we're going through is because we're going against, either we're going with the law of God or we're going against the law, right? Because he showed his statutes and his judgment to the children of Israel, right? So if you're doing well, it's because you're following the law. If you're not doing well, it's because what? You're going against. Alright? So today we are out here to admonish our people. Right? We are admonish our people to do well because it is for our good to do what is right before the Lord, even that according to Joshua chapter 1 and 2. Right? It will be beneficial to us, right? Because this is what God has set out for us to prosper as a people. He didn't want us to fail. Here it is.
Joshua chapter 1 and verse 8.
Yeah.
This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night.
Right. So, go ahead.
that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein.
Right. And that's it? Prosper?
For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then shalt thou have good success.
Right. So from time to time, Sabbath after Sabbath, when we come out here to declare that you have to keep the Sabbath day, right? And keep it holy. Now, our people, wise to do evil, as the officer was bringing out before, you know, they say, well, hey, I had to eat, I had to make my bread. But the Lord say, do not depart from my laws and my commandments, because if you keep it, I'll make you prosperous. But let me show you what is unrighteousness, because we go through righteousness, right? But give me that Romans chapter 1 and verse 29. When I bring out some unrighteousness that we as a people does, and I'll show you how they put all this trickery to how we in sin today, right? All the traps that they place out is to keep us in sin. All we're taking place here is to keep us in sin. But go ahead.
Verse 20, Romans 1 verse 29.
Yeah.
Being filled with all unrighteousness.
So you people who have been filled with all unrighteousness, go ahead.
Fornication.
Fornication is one.
Wickedness.
The wickedness of our hearts. Yeah, that is.
Covetousness. Man's maliciousness.
Yeah.
Full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding.
So you see all these things, it had plenty things that was named out there. But those who are disobedient to God, right? Our people today, most of our people walking up and down because some, they're not aware, they don't have the knowledge that God say keep the commandments, and some just willingly and willfully want to break it. There are those who is inventors of evil things. You know where's that inventor of evil things? Bringing out all of their wares and victual for us to buy on the Sabbath day, and then knowing that if we do such thing, we will be judged. That is an inventor of evil things, because you know what they're saying? If we perish it, or they had to perish too. We ain't going down alone. You ever hear people talking about that? But that is the mentality of the people who God has called our enemies, right? They're not going down alone. And that is the whole mindset of a satanic realm. They don't love us. They hate us. You understand? So they will not do anything to encourage us to do what is right.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation